This is Hood Love TV, where you live, love, and learn. Today, we'll be reacting to, Bimmy responds to Supreme and the confidential information allegations that, came out in the new documentary, The Supreme Truth. Man, this is nasty, man. Yo, so check it out. Um, you look at my short, I actually watched, I actually, copped the Supreme Truth documentary. I copped it on Vimeo, Vimeo. You can go to Prince Miller NYC if you want to watch it. It's a great watch. It's something that you was definitely gonna want to see. Yo, what's up, Kaiser Cushington? What's going on? Salute. Yo, Mike Velez, what up? Salute. Listen, that is a great documentary. You heard? Um, I see a lot of questions. Like, yo, one of the main questions, you know, I'll probably react to is why after 40 years, why all this time, I think I think Preem been down for 20. The clip of the that's going around is saying that Bimmy has been a confidential informant for 40 years. Why now? Why now? Why come out with this information now? Why do it now? Um, that's one thing I want to answer. How do I feel about it? Probably something else I'll answer. Um, it's just nasty. But Bimmy responded to Supreme on his Instagram. He posted the documentary and told everybody to go out there support it, to support Supreme's documentary. He said free the real. He said, "Oh yeah, and you know, where's the paperwork?" Bimmy said, "Where's the paperwork?" Um, and that don't get it twisted. Besides what we have already seen on the internet, um, started by Zip with the Drip. Zip with the Drip bring a lot of paperwork to the internet concerning Bimmy. At first, to me personally, it was kind of shaky. The paperwork was kind of shaky. But then when they showed the DA and the judge, confirming in that case that he used, then, it pretty much solidified it for me. You know what I'm saying? It pretty much solidified it for me that they were talking about Bimmy in that case. You see what I'm saying? So that's just the facts. You know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, just to be unbiased in that situation. So I don't know if he's asking Preem about new paperwork or how he's been a conversation for 40 years because that's something else. I think that case that Zip show was from the 90s, I think. I think it was from the 90s or maybe the early 2000s. Know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. Where I come from in the streets, it was, you go with what you go with the peoples until you know different. So, at first I didn't defend him, but I didn't crucify him or agree with everything because from what I seen at that time, it wasn't enough. Um, later on when more documents and more things were shown, where the DA, the lawyer actually said he spoke to the confidential informant and they knew who the confidential informant on was in that Zip with the drip paperwork, then that was enough for me to confirm that. You know what I'm saying? That was just being unbiased, just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Um, it ain't Queens, man. It's the game. That game is looking nasty. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. You already know. You already know. A lot going on in the building. Smitty Rock is in the building. Yo, what up, bro? Yeah, I hear you, bro. Ain't nothing, man. Just talking about the situation, man. Talking about this whole situation with the paperwork, because I don't know if you've seen the post yet, but he posted the matter of fact, let me see if I can just get it real quick. Bimmy posted the documentary and was like, get money. I hope you get paid, you know what I'm saying? And here it is right here. Here's the post right here. I'll let y'all see it right now. Look at the post right here. Look at the post right here. It says, Bimmy, please go out and support this doc. I am so happy I can help get your money, my nigga. Free the real 100. Oh, one more thing. Show the work. You know what I'm saying? And right now, right there, I think the real S1 page. I think that's S1. Used to be Blaze. I don't know what he's doing now. He says it up here himself. He says you can't just call a man a rat without paperwork. If a person can't substantiate that a person is a confidential informant by means of legal paperwork, then we can't assume the accusation to be true. There has to be testimony after the paperwork on anyone that informs. Can anyone point to a trial that Bimmy sat on and informed on someone? According to the Fifth Amendment in the Bill of Rights, we have a right to face our accusers. So if Bimmy did inform on Preem, then why wasn't Bimmy subpoenaed to testify? Preem has a right to face his accuser. And I'm gonna get to Preem's rights because I watched that documentary. Um, we have to understand the law and go off of facts than accusations.
Mm.
The real Polo Shine, he says he needs to have his honor snatched. I know Whack 100 was in the comments somewhere. They said, I don't know. It's a lot going on. Here go Whack 100. He says, at Bimmy, about time you responded. You can't be no man's punching bag. I have to work. I don't see you there. I think he's going off of what and who he knew was there. But I'm wondering why it took 40 years to say this. Right?
That last, I said that last night to you though,
I'm
Mikey
I'm
B. I
I'm
asked you
I'm
that
I'm gonna talk about that.
after
I
the post.
mean, I don't know. That's in the mind of Supreme, the Supreme team. Um, so I can't speak to somebody's mind. But I'm gonna say this: Preem got his nephew all that time, Prince, right? Preem got his nephew
Right,
all that time, wrapped up whatever Preem was doing. He came out the house under Supreme and what Supreme was doing, right? Prince came home. Prince Miller knew NYC. Prince is the one that's getting paid for that documentary. When I went and bought it, it said Prince Miller NYC. I put the link up there. It's Prince Miller NYC. They waited till homie came home. He had all them life sentences. He gave it back. You know you can't be out here or in prison talking about all these rats and all this stuff and expect for them people to let you go. You see what I'm
right.
saying? So I think the whole thing was they let the people know in the street because regardless of what anybody says, you didn't see some with no pictures with nobody. And Supreme came home after that case they caught in the '80s, where they said some was a confidential informant on Prince. Supreme came home. He didn't deal with Bimmy. So dudes are trying to say that the Supreme team harbored Bimmy as a rat. That is a lie. Because when Supreme came home, he wasn't around Bimmy. There's no pictures with him and Bimmy. He wasn't with Murder Inc. He was nowhere with them. So what does that tell you? What do you got to say about that?
I mean, I mean, they obviously, if he wasn't around them, they must have felt like, oh, he must have did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know,
But Zip got paperwork up here. That paperwork is solid, bro. As far as the judge, once you go all the way, once you do the deep dive, Once you go all the way, then they're gonna have to show you who these confidential form. All those names come out when you go to Supreme Court. When you go to, they try to hold it at first. They try to hold all the information at first as long as possible because most people don't go all the way and exhaust all of their stuff. Once
Right.
you exhaust all of your stuff, they're gonna have to show you because you have to. S1 said it. Salute to S1. You have to be able to face your accusers. But that stuff we all know, that confidential information don't come out in a regular trial, bro. It might come out in later appeals, but that stuff don't come out early, bro. You gotta go hard to get that information,
Yo,
bro.
they said Zip looking like the dirty sector MVP right now. They said that nigga Zip looking like the MVP.
Yo, yeah.
Yo, they had this looking like
Yo, Miss Tweety, what's going on? Salute.
MVP.
Salute to everybody pulling up. Mike Velez, yo, hit the like button, y'all. This is great.
Niggas,
This is great content. Hit the like button. Hit the like button,
they
y'all.
giving niggas trophies in the dirty sector. It's wild.
Yo, the truth, what up? Salute. The truth do numbers. Call
Bone to
yo.
the bone. Salute.
Ramel, what up? Salute. Mo, what up? Salute.
Salute Mike Velez. Salute Darryl Williams. Salute Miss Tweety. Salute,
Yo,
baby.
Stone
How
to the
you
bone. Salute.
doing?
Salute to the people. Shut them down radio. What up? Salute, man. Yo,
Shut them down
yo,
radio.
hit the like
Peace.
button, y'all. Hit the like button and put in the chat where y'all from. Where y'all from? Where y'all coming from? Where everybody at? Hollis is in here. Yo, Daryl Williams, what up? Hollis in 198. What up? Who in here? Queens is up in here. NC by NYC. What up? The Truth Lady? Flatbush, Brooklyn is in here. Brownsville, Fort Greene. What up?
Fort
Big Hollis,
Greene is
Queens.
in
That's
the
right.
building.
That's the hood. Queensbridge, God Brewer, Queens. Fat Kev, 112. Fat Kev, what up? Salute. Kills, what up?
God broad, you are.
Yo, salute Boogie Black. Yo, what up? Salute to everybody. Yo, word, man. This I ain't gonna lie. Backstreet,
He
shady,
said, how
shady
come
side.
KK not up here?
What's that?
I mean,
Shadyville?
KK really ain't got. I said that
Australia's in here.
yesterday,
What's
man.
up? Castle Hill,
They
Projects,
said
BX.
they said why KK not up here. I'm like, yo,
Oh,
KK ain't
hold
got
on.
nothing to really
He said
do.
you're not listening. Preem said his name is in search warrant after David. His name is in there after Davis? Not the after Davis. Another after Davis?
Don't let China get the hand
Not
of
yo
that
sis mom, and I
affidavit.
didn't hear that. I gotta listen to the documentary. I watched it real quick because I had some stuff to do. Not the after Davis.
Davis.
Yeah, bro. Shadyville in here. What up? You already know Queens Village.
Wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't think KK.
He'll pull no punches TV. Yeah, he his own man. KK is his own man. You know, Bimmy, that's before KK was even at the house. Yo, Abdul, what up? Salute.
And he doing good things.
KK is doing great out here. KK is doing great out here in the streets. Um, so that
Right.
that shit ain't got nothing to do with KK. KK wasn't a part of the Supreme Team. KK ain't a part of that case. Whatever that got, whatever Bimmy got going on with Preem and them, that's between them. That ain't got shit to do with KK. That don't got shit to do with KK. You heard? But let me tell you something. God, bro, keep going, keep going.
I said, no, I said, the person that, you know what I mean, accountable. You know what I'm saying? We can't bring
Nah, that don't got nothing to do with yeah.
that street man.
Right. Right. I don't
This
think
guy that
anything's gonna
did.
come out of that because I think them dudes are smart. They move past it, but they're telling their story and they're telling their truth. That's you see now. A lot of
He said
dudes,
my audio breaking up. Is that
that's you.
my audio
That's
breaking
you.
up?
That's you, bro.
That's I'm coming out.
Nah, you good. Yeah,
They
you
said my
talk.
audio.
Go in and come back in. Yeah, come yeah. But yeah, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with KK. You know what I mean? That's Bimmy. And Premium is smart. You know, they moved on with their life. Prince got free out here. Prince is doing his thing. He's doing his numbers. Salute to Prince. He out here working and making documentaries, making money, and telling his story. Um, if they do feel that Bimmy is a federal witness, that'll be witness tampering. That's a whole nother case. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different case right there. Yo, Sandbox Bully, what up? 40 years. But that's a whole different case. If they did, have any direct words or direct contact with Bimmy or anything like that, that's tampering with a federal witness. Them dudes they not dumb. You know what I'm saying? They're not stupid. Um, Hopefully they learn from all that stuff they got caught up with in the 80s and they came out here on a different time and turned it around and they just telling a story. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And they just telling a story, you heard? I think he's taking the high road, but he telling the story.
Yeah,
Yo,
y'all can
Kenny
hear me?
Mac, what up?
You can hear
Salute.
me? How I
Yep.
sound now?
No, you good, you better.
All right, bet.
No, you better.
Let me smoke something. That's crazy though, man. I'm just saying, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. It's 105 in the building. Let's tighten up those like buttons, man. That like button, man. Hit that on the way in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Definitely
bro,
hit
but
that on the way in.
I think the 40 years was because of that. It took 40 years because you got to remember the first case, Preem beat that case. He got a reversal on that case and came home. That's how he came home in the 90s and Prince was still in there. You know that, right? You know y'all do know that, right? Put a one in y'all in the chat if y'all understand that the case that Prince and Preem and all them caught in the 80s, the Preem got a reversal on that case. You know that, right? You knew that, right, Smitty?
Nah, I didn't know that. That's new news to me, bro.
He got a reversal. That's how he came home in the 90s.
Damn, I ain't know that. That's news to me. You letting the people know that's news. That's breaking news. We
Listen,
didn't know
listen,
that.
listen. All right. So, and let me say something. I should have said this before,
Right,
so other people will understand. That case, that Supreme Team case, that conspiracy, that federal RICO that they caught in the 80s
right,
with Prince and everybody, when they say Bimmy was living with Prince, he the only one that knew and told him to come in there, left the door open or whatever happened. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know that's the word. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
right.
Marley, what up? Salute.
Harlem Legends, salute.
Yo, all them legends, salute. Salute to everybody pulling up. In that case, Preem went down too. But Preem got a reversal and Prince was still in there. That's why Prince did all them 30 years and came home.
Mm.
That was since the 80s, bro. That was in the 90s. Prince did all that time and came home from the 80s, bro.
Damn.
Preem got a reversal on that case. I forget. I could probably Google that and see. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Mr. Executioner, what's up? I could probably Google that and see what grounds he came home on the first case. But homie got a reversal and came home. That's why he was home in the 90s.
So why is they saying that the dude has been telling for 40 years? Do they got paperwork for 40 years that this man been setting up dudes for 40 years?
And that's what and see, they
Because
saying
like you
shit.
can't you
Hold on,
can't
hold on,
just
hold on.
say
You asking the question. You can't answer. You gonna answer it too?
no. I'm no. I'm not answering. I'm telling you like you can't be saying the dude is saying like been telling for 40 years and hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. Somebody just said that they said he's in an arrest warrant, in a search warrant after David. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what somebody just said in the chat. We can look into that, and that's gonna be something that we come back with. They saying he's in a search warrant after David.
right, but I get what you're saying, but I'm saying 40 years ago, or he been telling for 40 years. He told 40 years ago, not saying it
Listen,
makes it
listen, hear me out, hear me out. If if he did tell on in the Supreme case, that's 40 years. And the case that Zip put up here is from the 90s. That's a 90s case. That's a whole different case, bro. That's not even that had nothing to do with Supreme Team, bro. So now that's two cases. That's two cases that he supposedly informed on, bro.
mm,
That's not one case. That's two different cases. Zip's case has nothing to do with Supreme case. So Supreme is coming out and saying he's been a convolution for 40 years because he informed on us for whatever proof he has.
all right, I get
Whatever
what you're
proof.
saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying now.
Yo, hit the like. It's 124 in here, man. We about to end this, man. It's 32 likes. Y'all tripping.
Right.
We ain't even answer all the questions we supposed to answer in the show. Y'all bugging, bro. It's 124 here. It's
Come on.
32 likes.
Stop acting up, man.
If y'all
So,
in the speed, I ain't asking for much, bro. Support the channel.
yeah, that's it.
Support the channel. This is great entertainment. We coming Hood Love TV, a lot going on TV.
Come
We
on.
giving y'all great entertainment.
That's all. That's all, man. You
This
know what I'm
is great
saying?
entertainment right here, you heard?
We ain't screaming for no donate. Only thing we asking for y'all is to hit that like button so we could, you know what I mean, stay in that algorithm. That's what it's about, man. Hitting that like. Y'all help us by hitting that like button. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't even about
Get
the
us in the
gram.
algorithm.
You know what I'm saying? Just hit that like button. You know what I mean? Drop a comment after the show. You know what I mean? Easy as that. You don't even gotta pay for that. You don't gotta pay for that.
It's free. The like button is free.
Free.
KK's in the building right there. We
What you
locked
say?
in. KK's in the building right there.
Where KK at?
We locked in. Is in the building.
The
That's
little
KK.
KK in the bill. Hey, yo, if KK want to come up here and pull up, I'll drop down for a minute and let KK pull up.
If KK want to pull up, he can pull up. I don't mind. Let me just make sure it's him.
KK, if you want to pull up, big bro, you can pull up, man. You know that.
Yeah, that's KK. That's KK in the building. But that don't got shit to do with him. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit is just nasty. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's the whole thing. The whole situation is nasty. And let me tell you something. Watching that Supreme Team documentary, bro, they railroaded the. I don't want to play no more clips of it. We got a clip out of it. What Zip is playing is a clip from that documentary that's not a part of the trailer. And they want to get their money. Even Bimmy posted it. I want to see them dudes get bread. If y'all want to see it, the link is in my story, and I'm gonna put the link in the community as well. But they railroaded the shit out of homie, bro. They railroad, and let me tell you something, man. If one thing y'all gonna learn is just like when we out in the streets and we going hard and we don't care. All right, yo, KK in the building. He said not right now. He right here. He in the office. You know what I'm saying? But what y'all gonna learn is as hard as we go on each other in the streets, getting money, whatever we doing, the feds is going just as hard to convict y'all.
Just as hard.
Just in, just involved to convict everybody. If they think you guilty, they think you a big fish, they think you got away, they coming for your ass.
And let,
They came for Preem because he got away on that first joint, and they came back for him, and listen, they didn't let they didn't let homie stand. He tried to take the stand, and they didn't allow him to.
who? Excuse
Preem,
me.
bro,
Excuse me.
he
God
told his lawyer, Supreme went to trial with a court-appointed lawyer because they froze all their money.
damn. That's crazy.
So why you here eating for then? So why you here eating for then? Get up out of here then. Deuces.
That's crazy.
But yeah, he tried to take the stand on his own defense, and they didn't allow him to, bro. That's a reversal. But guess what? He appeals it, right? Because they gotta let you take the stand, bro. What is a trial without you having the option to take the stand, bro? You can't defend yourself. They gotta give you the opportunity to defend yourself to have your day in court. That's your day in court, bro. You heard? Your lawyer, your lawyer can't make that decision for you. The judge can't make that decision for you. The DA can't bar you. Nobody can stop you from taking a stand in your own defense, bro. They stopped praying, bro. That's horrible, bro. What the federal government did to homie is horrible, bro. Check it out. You know what they got something called. Y'all need to watch the documentary, bro. But you know what they used against him, Smitty? They got a
What's that?
rule in the feds called.
What?
They got a rule called the bad guy rule, bro.
And what that consists of?
That means they don't gotta follow the fucking rules, bro. Look, he appeals saying it's my constitutional right to take the stand. They know it's true, but they confirmed it without, every time they confirm an appeal, then a judge cites cases. He gives you he gives you the word on like why why you didn't win for this reason. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The ruling is not just affirmed, it's always a ruling on why he's making a ruling. They didn't even give him no ruling. They just affirmed it, bro.
That shit crazy. The feds
The
is dirty,
lawyer,
man.
the lawyer that's on the documentary, which is $1 million lawyer. I think Irv Gotti and them paid that lawyer like 2 million, and that's how they got out.
That's
That
crazy.
lawyer said, that lawyer said it's the bad guy rule, bro. Where they don't gotta even follow the rules. If you gotta appeal, if you got like issues or whatever, they could use the bad guy rule against you, bro, and don't even worry about your technicalities or your constitutional violations. Just go ahead, just sit your ass in there, bro.
That's crazy.
If that's not enough, if that's not enough to show you that they're not gonna follow their rules when they get you in there, bro. If that's not enough for you to say, yo, listen, I gotta get away from this shit where they can RICO me, I can't do none of that, then it's nothing. It's a lost cause, you heard?
And yo, dudes sitting up there thinking the feds is uh like Goodfellas, where you getting all this exclusive food and you eating good. Yo, dudes is eating off of 190 in there, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody don't got hot pots like up north. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody don't got cell phones. Everybody is not eating good. You understand what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
bro.
Dudes is eating off of one.
But forget eating, bro. Forget staying in prison and eating, bro. They not even gonna follow the law. Are we even so what's the reason of getting a lawyer if they're not gonna follow the law? Homie with the trial, Big Supreme, they had all that money. And they lied on Murder Inc. too. They set Murder Inc. up. That was a lie. They said Supreme gave seed money to start Murder Inc. with drug money. That
Right.
was a lie because lying to Cohen's, Def Jam gave Irv Gotti 5 million. That's the easy facts. They still took them to trial, bro, saying that, and they know it's documents. I got my money from Def Jam, the 5 million. They still use that against them in trial. Like, yo, fuck y'all. You gonna take y'all to trial anyway, you heard? They don't care, bro. You heard?
That's because dudes be rubbing shoulders. You got to watch who you rub shoulders with. That too. Irv Gotti, he not a street dude. You know what I'm saying? If you doing, business legally, you know, uh, why rub shoulders with a brother that you know is kind of hot already on the streets and still involved in the streets? You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of put that on himself. He was looking for the muscle, you know what I'm saying? The protection for Murder Inc. and got wrapped up really. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the truth. That's the real truth. You know what I'm saying? Herb Gotti wasn't a street dude. You know what I'm saying? He was looking for Preem for the muscle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure, allegedly he probably was, cleaning a couple dollars. That's how he got really wrapped up. That's the truth.
I don't know about that. Let me tell you something, bro. That rap money they was getting in the 90s, I don't agree with that. That rap money they was getting in the 90s, them drug dealers ain't getting no money like them dudes, bro. You heard what you could make a what JC said you could make 100,000 off a key, but one rhyme could beat that. One rhyme could beat that shit, bro. You got one hit wonders eating for 30 years, bro. They still touring of a song they made in the 90s and the 80s, one hit wonders, bro.
No, you're right.
That money that Irv Gotti was making, wash money. They had millions, bro. Cream ain't never make no money like Murder Inc. made, bro. At its heyday, at its highest point in the drug game in the 80s, whatever they said they was making, he still couldn't touch the money, the empire that Irv Gotti and them built, bro. Washing money. Are you serious? That shit, they beat trial. So obviously, the feds is knocking shit down. If they was washing money and had proof of that, bro, that would have been a cut and dry case. But it wasn't no factual paperwork. Wasn't no factual paperwork, and that's a trail. When you saying wash money, that money gotta be it's just a trail, it's a paper trail, bro.
Nah, you right about that. You right about
You can't
that.
just wash no
You you
money.
you you definitely right about that.
You
You
can't do
definitely
that shit,
can.
bro. That's a paper trail, bro. They got federal. You see how they rushing houses and taking all the boxes and all the computers
No,
and
I,
all that
I
shit,
I
bro.
definitely agree with you on that. I agree with you on that, bro.
You can't walk that. That's why they won because the lie was so blatant. It was a blatant lie. It was easy to show the documents of your organization and the contract you signed with Def Jam. That shit is easy. Irv Gotti's in the documentary talking about that. But they wanted Preem so bad, they lied about everything to get him. They going hard. The feds don't care, bro. And this should be a wake-up call. Let me tell you something. Sometimes when we see these stories, bro, we get the story, and it's not just for Preem or to expose Bimmy. Forget them. This is a story for what we got going on in America right now with the drop your flag challenge with the RICO law, bro. This is showing you once they grab your ass, it's over. They changing the law. They not following the law. They don't give a fuck. Just like y'all don't give a fuck. Dudes out here shooting kids, shooting little girls, missing people, shooting in broad daylight, shooting up lounges. When they get you in the feds and they get them cuffs on you and they get your ass in there and they think you this person, they not gonna give a fuck neither. That's that.
No, that's a fact.
That's that, bro. They don't care. Just like you don't care on the streets when you hustling right there in front of everybody, getting your money, flashing on the internet, throwing up gang signs. When they grab your ass, they not gonna care neither.
Jeremy Leonardo,
That's the
salute.
facts, bro.
No, I
Jerry
think
Ronaldo, salute.
I'm not disputing
That's the
that, bro.
facts, bro.
I'm not
They not gonna
disputing
care, bro. They
nothing you
don't care,
saying.
bro. They don't care about what nobody gotta say. The bad guy rule. I
L
never heard that.
famous, L famous, salute. Tap
Al
into
famous
L
salute. I see
famous,
you
man.
working over there, bro. You doing some great
You
content, bro. You
doing
know I be
some
tapped in.
great content over there. You working over there, bro.
Yo, you be working on Instagram too. I always be sharing your quotes and shit like that too. He be having some good quotes, you heard?
Shout out L famous. Make sure y'all tap into the brother L famous. War Stories BX is the borough. You heard.
Word
Shout
up.
out
Yo,
to the
Boogie
whole
Black, salute.
X. You heard. Shout out to the whole X. The
That's a
whole
fact. That's a
X.
fact. But yeah, bro. So we gotta be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is out here trying to say these kids hocus. You know, man, dude, you got a lot of OGs speaking out Shaquell.
Right.
Dudes is out here trying to save these kids, and these other dudes is doing the work of the agent provocateur, trying to keep these dudes involved, trying to keep kids involved. But
Talk your talk.
that documentary is really showing you when they grab your ass what they're gonna do, bro. They not gonna care. You this big gangster, you on the internet talking all this tough cookie shit. When it's time for your appeal, when they railroaded your ass in court, the judge go rubber stamp that. Go that way. Do 20 more.
Right.
Come back in 20 more.
Right.
You got 20 in? Let them
Yo,
do 20 more. We might look at that shit.
yo, bro, dudes up there. I'm talking about dudes up there. When I went to the feds, I seen dudes that I was in a spot with in the 2000s. Dudes like, yo, son, I got 15 then. Like, damn, you left from the state, went straight here? You been here? Yeah, they
Right.
ain't playing, boy. Dude sitting up there 40, 50 years.
Yo, damn homie, salute. Maya's in the building.
40, 50 years, man. Is it worth it? Is it worth it, man?
Right.
Is it worth spinning that block? Is it
No.
worth taking that brick out of town?
And with this case, bro, I never seen that before, a bad guy rule. I never seen a bad guy. I never knew there was some shit like that, bro,
I
where they
never
could
even
just
heard of nothing like that till you just told me that. A
look
bad
at
guy
that
rule?
documentary. The lawyer said it. Preem ain't say it. That $1 million lawyer said it. He got something called a bad guy rule, where they, no matter how much they violated your constitutional rights, the judge can just rubber stamp your shit. Don't even give you a reason for denying your appeal. They don't even give you a reason. Y'all better rethink this shit. Y'all better think about what's going on out here. Think about these dudes y'all around. Think, cause you know they ain't gonna stand up. You know these dudes ain't gonna hold no water.
Nah, they what? The big homie? They not denying the big homie. The big homie say spin, they spin it.
Yeah. And they gonna spin their ass right to the can, and they gonna be like, go that way. You got 20 in? Give me 10 more. We might think about just looking at your shit. We not even looking at your shit now. You ain't got 30 in. You ain't on your deathbed. You don't got no, you don't got no diseases. You ain't on hospice. You see what I'm saying? You
Right.
ain't on hospice.
You right.
Go back in. You still walking. You don't got a cane yet. You're, you ain't an old nigga yet. Nah, you still got a lot of life. We might check you out in like 10 years. Take this rubber stamp for now. Go back that way. Go back to the law library
You
for
speaking all facts right
go
now.
back to the library for 5 or 10 more years.
You speaking all facts.
You ain't give
All
a fuck in
facts.
the streets. We don't give a fuck now. That's how it is, bro.
Real
You ain't
talk.
care. You ain't care in the streets about what you was doing. We don't care now.
We don't care now. Go back. On the go back.
Hannibal, you already know it's a cold game. And them people, let me tell you something. We think we cold. We ain't got shit on them people, bro. They the coldest, bro.
The coldest.
They invented all this shit. All this shit we doing, all this shit we talking, they invented all this. We followed the gangsters into the street. Gangsters ain't our word. Gangsters ain't come from our culture, from our people.
Right.
Gangster was created from their people.
Right. Talk that talk.
Gangster was created from their people. We talking about we gangsters. We ain't no fucking gangsters.
That's
They gangsters.
and that's why
They the gangsters.
I always say that, Mikey B, that
We ain't no
dudes be
gangsters.
talking this gangster. We didn't come out the womb on no gangster tip. Dudes is we didn't come out
Fucking
the womb
gangsters,
like
bro.
that, man. We came out loving, man. You know what I'm saying? Like each other, you know what I'm saying? Those around us. We didn't come out like that, man. You know what I'm saying? That gangster shit was given to us, man. Yeah, we adopted that into our culture, man.
Besides a small handful of dudes, all these supposedly gangsters told. Just being honest. The ones in the streets you think is gangster, a lot of them told too. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
It's true.
I'm just being honest, bro. That is not even our culture. I'm just being honest. That ain't come from our peoples, bro. That came from Italian, that gangster shit, all them words, bro. We took up on that shit in the ghetto. We took up on that shit in the music, and we attached ourselves to all that bullshit, all that dumb shit, bro, and destroyed our communities. Let me tell you something. The mob is the first ones that put the drugs in our hands. They didn't sell drugs to their people when they was extorting and getting money. They didn't want to mess with the drugs. They gave the drugs to the niggas. They sold the drugs to the niggas. Destroy them. Destroy their people. You better go back and do history lessons. Them old school mob dudes, they didn't want to fuck with no drugs. I'm talking about the Italians. I'm not talking about black. Because you started having the creation of the black mob being formed. You had the formation of the black mob being formed following suit of the Italians and the Dutch and all those gangsters. Those were the gangsters. The Dutch mob, you had all these other Polish, the Italians. Those were the gangsters. Black people started getting into it and they started selling drugs to us. They was getting their hands on drugs. They was getting their hands on all this new shit, coke and all that, and they was giving that shit to us. That ain't our shit, bro. So you be seeing New York talking about drop the flag, and you got the Bloods and the Crips on the West Coast saying New York is fake. But they get ain't no gangsters. We all fake if you want to say that. The only real gangsters is white people, bro. It's Europeans, bro.
How you think they looking at us?
That's the real gangsters, bro. That was the gang. That's their culture. That's not our culture, bro. You heard?
They looking, they
Right.
sitting, and they sitting back looking at us like, look at these stupid buff. You know what I mean? Trying to be gangsters.
Smoking our asses with that shit, tearing our shit down. The Italians ain't tearing their communities up like that.
Now you talking that talk, big bro. Talk that
The
talk,
Italians
man.
ain't the
Yo, I
Italians
ain't
ain't
gonna
tearing their
front. I
communities up
love when
that.
you talk. I love when you talk like this because it get me open, baby. You know what I mean? For real, pause. You know what I mean? That was wild just now. What is our culture? What is our culture?
It ain't this shit.
What is our culture? We
It
don't
ain't
look.
this shit.
We
We
don't
got
even
culture.
know. We
We
so
have
lost.
culture.
We so lost and tied to so many cultures that we don't even know the true identity.
We
We
have
everywhere.
culture. And guess what? That confusion is why they are able to eh, that confusion is why they're able to lead us astray so easily.
Absolutely.
We do
Absolutely.
have we do
Excuse
have
me.
culture, bro. What is culture? Culture is made up of language, music, food, and art. That's what makes culture, bro.
Right.
We got food, we got our own music before this. We made up rap, bro. We made up rap. We made up rock. We made jazz, bro. We are soulful people, bro. We got our culture, bro. What we doing now is we out of our culture, and that's why we so fucked up. That's why we messed up. Because we are not in our culture. We getting away from our original roots. We are far from our roots. And that's what my family made sure. My mother made sure that all of our little asses sat down and watched the movie Roots. See, because when they disassociate you from your language and your culture, now they can implement a new culture. And
Right.
that's what they did to black people in America. They
Absolutely.
implemented a new culture. We don't make no drugs. They gave us drugs. That came from the CIA. The CIA put those drugs in the black community. The CIA put them guns in the black community. What you mean? It started a drug war, bro. They
Talk that
they they
talk.
gave that shit to us.
Talk that talk.
They gave that shit to us, bro. Maxine's Water, a senator from California, sued the federal government, sued the CIA for implementing drugs in California.
Mm.
The gangs followed the drugs. What you
That,
mean?
that's a fact.
This is the destruction of our community, bro. We don't make no guns. Ain't no guns made in no hood. How we got all these guns? Every hood in America, every black hood in America, dudes get caught with guns every day. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying who
Ghost
died of a
guns,
dudes
switches,
get caught with guns every day.
military shit though.
We don't make no guns. How are we getting all them guns, bro? Because they gotta keep them guns in our hands so we destroy each other.
And there's definitely not
Drugs,
no gun
guns, and
shops in
money.
Brooklyn. I don't see no gun shops in Brooklyn. I don't see
Ain't
no
no
gun
gun shops
shops in
nowhere near none of
Queens.
that.
I don't see none of that. I don't see no gun shops in nowhere where they got this the type of artillery that these young brothers got right in these days and times, man. Brothers got switches, brothers got ghost guns, all types of like it's crazy. You right.
And guess what? They gave us the drugs. They sold the drugs. They were the original drug dealers. So they made money off the drugs. Then they made money off the deaths from the drugs. And they made money from the person because they owned the funeral homes.
Right.
And they made money off what? The person that went to prison. They ate all ways. They ate off the drugs. They ate off and they repossessed. They took your money. They took your stuff. They give you what is that called when you got a surcharge for whatever you did, Smitty?
What when you go like when you get the arrest the what's that shit?
Restitution.
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 Right.
So that shit, come on, bro. We gotta like get this shit straight. And
Yo,
let me
but
tell you
not
something.
only that, Mikey. After they repossess your shit, they sell it back to you in the hood. Another nigga coming down the block with your shit.
Yo, bro, they eating on
yo,
all ends.
they wicked.
They eating on all ends. They don't got
Yo,
we don't got shit
yo,
on them, bro.
they wicked.
They the gangsters, bro.
Oh shit.
They the gangsters, bro.
Yo, they wicked.
They the gangsters, bro.
Yo,
They the gangsters, bro. What
damn,
you talking about? We not. That's not our we picked that culture up, bro. That's not our culture, bro.
damn. They sell it back to you.
They do. They eat on all ends. They take the drugs. They take your clothes. I don't know if you ever been in a raid or you see how a raid works. They take jewelry,
Everything.
leathers, sneak anything of real value. They taking that out your crib. They taking that from you.
Automatically.
Your stuff is probably gonna be sold somewhere else, or you know, used as evidence and then probably sold. You're
My
or
channel
warned
is a
by
lot going on
or
TV,
warned
man.
by them, or warned by them to catch somebody else. They got your Balenciaga on, they got your chain on, they got all your jewels on to bust somebody else. They probably gave it to the CI. So listen, we got the whole get up for you.
We
We got
got
the new
we got
AVs.
the whole
We
get
got the
up.
AVs. The last bus we caught all the AVs. You know what I'm saying? We got all the Avrexes. What you want? No, Pele's? We got the Pele's too. Come on, we gonna get you the new Pele's.
Word. I'm
They
a
take
little under the
everything.
weather, y'all. Salute to everybody out there. My channel is a lot going on TV. I'm mostly over here, Hood Love TV. You know how we do over here, man. We
Joey
live, we
Gamble,
love, we
salute.
learn, man. You know how that go, man. Word.
Yo, that's what it is though. Real talk. Not no play. And like I said, I'm not
Yo, SSI sucker free. Salute, man.
let me tell you something. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like I'm not I'm just here for for the culture, bro. I don't got nobody in this race, bro. The gangster, the supposed to be alleged rat. I don't care about none of that, bro. I care about our peoples in our community. That's what I care about, son. People that want to listen. If you want to keep doing that, do you. I'm not. All right. But for the person that needs the wisdom, I'm always gonna give it to you. We always gonna give it to you with a lot going on TV and Her Love TV, where you live, love, and learn, bro. Because
Right,
somebody got to be talking the truth out here, bro. That's not our shit. That's not our shit. So whoever's embracing gangster in whatever form, that's they shit.
right, right, right,
That's they stuff. That's they word. That's their creation. That's their creation. Where our ancestors, where our people come from, our bloodlines come from, that wasn't the way we did. We might have did some other bad stuff. I'm not saying we ain't never do nothing bad. We didn't have bad parts of culture or bad things going on. But specifically that gangster shit, that's not us, bro.
I
That is
mean,
the
I
Italian.
think I
That
think
is
in
the
our culture,
Italian. That is the Italian. That is the Polish. That is the Dutch. Dutch. Those are the original American gangsters, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I think to be truthful, I think you know just in somewhere down the back in the days, like just one side, man, just betrayed the other, man. You know what I mean? And it just went that way from there, man. And that's why we got this split because like everybody don't be with it, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much we preach and how much we come up here and talk, positive, dudes still do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
I
Regardless
mean,
of what
nah,
we
but we
say.
getting through the people, bro. We getting through the people, though, bro. We
But
working.
yeah, I get what you're saying. We are getting through a lot of people, but understand what I'm saying. It's right in front of dude's face. You feel what I'm saying? What you saying right now, you know what I mean? You adding facts because you've been through it. A lot of us been through it. Dudes could see that and still act on stupidity. You feel what I'm
But
saying?
but that's not their path, though. Some of that shit, like we got a job, bro. We just realized our job at our time. when the Most High shine his light on us, like, yo, this is your time to get up out there. I built you. I put you in it to learn this, that, and the third, to do this, that, and the third. Now it's your time to show your testimony. This is a testimony. We've been in it. We lived it. No matter what, to what level, whatever about anybody say about it, we lived that shit. A lot of these characters, we know them. They know us. You see what I'm saying?
No, I
So
agree.
sometimes it get tricky coming up here and talking about these cases. I don't want to talk. KK is my friend.
Right.
So it gets tricky. But on the same token, we gotta have these conversations, bro. We gotta have the uncomfortable conversations sometimes. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have uncomfortable conversations, bro, in order to grow.
Absolutely.
If you don't have, if you when you work out like me, bro, you gotta get uncomfortable. You're gonna feel it in the morning. You're gonna be stiff in the morning. You're gonna, damn, that shit kind of hurt.
That's a fact.
You know you gonna grow. You know you grown. You did something. So of course people gonna disagree. It's gonna be people in the comments not feeling what you're saying. That's the way it is. But you gotta just speak your truth. You gotta speak what's going on. My thing is, this is what I really see. I don't like to see that shit at all because if it's true or not about what Preem is saying about Bimmy, they was friends. Their
No,
families was friends. That shit is destroying families. That shit is destroying friendships. That shit destroys shit, bro. That game, that street game, bro, got brothers killing brothers. You know what I'm saying? Brothers killing mothers and kids and all kind of shit, bro. That shit is a scrooge in our community, bro. Not no play shit.
no, real talk. I agree with you, bro. I
No
agree
play
with you.
shit, bro.
I agree
And if
with
you
you.
go and if you go speak on that from that perspective, you got to speak it with reality, bro.
I agree with you on that, then, man.
I
Shout
lived
out
that
my
shit. I
brother,
took
Mr.
gunshots.
Sevens,
I
too,
lived
man.
that shit, bro. I've been on both sides of the gun, bro.
No,
I received shots. I sent them. That shit is no good, bro. I ain't come out here because I'm a coward now. I still got all the courage. I know to fight. I know what to use for my peoples and what not to.
no, that's a fact.
I'm stronger than I ever was in my life right now.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you
But
on that one.
a lot of people try, like when we change our lives and we get better and we grow and mature and get out of that shit, they try to belittle you and try to say you change and try to say you change. Yo, don't curse in the chat, y'all. If you got a rich man, please take curses out of the chat. I don't want
Yo,
to see no. You can say what you want, just don't curse.
and shout out my brother, Mr. Seven, man. He got garments. Another black brother out here doing his own thing out there. Got his own garments, hoodies, sweaters, all types of garments. Y'all can look him up on Instagram, Mr. Seven. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tap in. Good garments. Good garments. If y'all want some garments, go tap into that brother, black on. You know what I'm saying? That brother out there grinding every day. He's not out there begging nobody, stealing from nobody. He's doing his justice. You understand what I'm saying? I seen a lot of people supporting him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the industry. So make sure y'all tap into my brother, Mr. Seven. Salute.
Yeah, that's my only thing with that. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's like, you get ridiculed, like even like look at Hocus. Homie doing the right thing for his community, saying all the right stuff and doing the right stuff. And let me tell you something. Some of these trolls is yo Eric, yo salute Eric Kumba in the building.
Eric
Salute.
Kuma in the building. Salute.
And
Wow.
they trying to say he only doing it because he got a RICO case or whatever. What's wrong with somebody doing the right thing for the peoples? Is what he's saying wrong? Is the stuff that he's saying, is it wrong? And let me tell you something. I understand people that's active in those gangs going against it. I understand it. I don't agree with it,
Right?
but they in it. They gonna push the laws. They gonna push the line. This is what we on to our die. Until God open their eyes, they on the internet talking against the drop your flag challenge. When they get they calling, when shit happen to them, when everybody flip on them, they gonna be on the sideline like, yo, I should have listened to Hocus. I'm making sure I remember all the faces of these guys that are speaking against this shit, bro.
Yo, it's a what? A little kid just died. I think probably they said like 8 yesterday. A drill rapper just died. I think
At the parole office or something, right?
he was a Brim Swab Drilly or some shit like that.
I seen that. I seen that. They said somebody I seen a post. I don't know if it was true or not. I think on the news they said it was in front of his parole officer and it was by another ex-con. So they must have got son. They must have caught the dude that did it right away.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right, Jaron Leonard. It's never too late to change and do the right thing. Yeah, bro, but we got
27 years old. Dude, 27 years old, still beefing with 13, 14, and 15-year-old kids, man.
yeah in the Bronx. Yeah, facts. It's in the Bronx.
That's
But yeah,
crazy.
bro. I'm not gonna lie though, bro. This is like y'all really need to watch that documentary, bro, because dudes want to be these big dudes and that until they in there and they can't come home and see their families and spend none of that money they made in the streets or whatever they did. And you like I got them. You think you got them. You think you got to appeal until they say no, bad guy rule. Go back in there. You don't got us. We got you. You don't got us.
We
You don't
got
got
you.
us.
That's
We
crazy.
we got you. You know how dudes be saying, yo, I got him, son. I'm gonna hit this appeal. I got him. They messed up right here. They didn't do this, they didn't do that. You know how, yeah, I got him. You don't got him. They got you. They got you. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
know. That's on Bimmy. Bimmy got a John Doe said, quick question, fellas. When do Bimmy gotta show his affidavit? If y'all got questions, man, that's what the super chat. That's what the super chat is for. But or producer he didn't tell. That's on him. But yeah, bro, this is a good one right here. You know what I'm saying?
nah,
It's a
this
lot
definitely
going
was a
on.
good one. This definitely was a good one. Yeah, that's definitely what the super chat is for. If you want them questions and all that. We
Word up,
answer
man.
questions and everything, or we might see something, but
We do that. We do it automatically, but we do that sometimes. We interact. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the super chat is for. Support the channel. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna front, bro. This is like at this time for this to come at this time with with what's going on in America
right,
with the conversation that Hocus Fifths started with the Drop Your Flag challenge. He started Drop Your Flag challenge purposely against the Rico.
mm,
That was against the Rico, bro. Right? Not
right,
against the gangs. It was against the Rico. Preem comes out with this documentary on October 15th in the middle of this big conversation that the whole America's having now. West Coast dudes, they done tapped in on the Drop Your Flag challenge. Everybody's tapped in. You heard down south, I see them talking about it. Midwest, everybody's tapped in. Everybody talking about the Drop Your Flag challenge, right? Because there's gangs everywhere, and we know the effects that this is having on our communities, our friends, and our family. You know what I'm saying? We see
right.
that. We see it firsthand.
I agree.
In the middle of that, Preem drops this bombshell about the RICO and how they are they didn't let him go to trial. They didn't let him speak at trial. You know how you can take the stand on your own behalf?
Right,
They disallowed him. They didn't allow him to do that. That's a constitutional violation. That's a immediate, that's an easy grounds of a reversal in a new trial. That's an easy grounds of a new trial. When he appealed it, they rubber stamped it. They didn't even give him a reason why they rubber stamped it. They just rubber stamped it. Denied. Ain't even say nothing. Don't even give you no words. Don't even give you a reason why they deny it. They just deny it. You know what that is? You know what that rubber stamp is right there? When they don't say nothing?
What's that? The bag?
That's that slave rubber stamp.
Mm,
You don't got no rights here. You a slave.
mm.
You ain't got no rights here.
Talk that talk.
You a slave. That's the only
First
place you
thing.
could be. That's the only place you could be a slave in America. Is in the judicial system, in the prison system. You can't be a slave nowhere else. But now, when you back in prison, you on slave time. You on slave rules. You here till we let you go. Till we feel like we want to let you go. Forget your constitutional rights.
Mm,
Forget all that. Forget your lawyer. How much your lawyer cost? 2 million. Fuck him too. Denied.
mm.
What your lawyer gonna say? Well, we're gonna try again. We're gonna appeal again. I'm gonna be here working on his case until he goes home. But he going home to that lawyer's going home to his family. He's going home to his freedom. He's going home to his kids.
That judge and that DA.
Everybody except your ass.
That's right.
You gonna be in there rotting till they be like,
Every court date.
is all of his hair gray yet? They probably be looking at us saying shit. You don't know what they saying, bro. I had a judge tell me, because I ain't take 15 to life the first time they offered it to me. He said, your new offer is 50 years. He said, your new offer is 50 years. He said, yo, 15 years? You know, you young, your body parts might be working right. But that 50 years you can get, because I was facing a lot of time. He said, that 50 years that you can get, he said, I don't think your body parts gonna be working right if you gotta do 50 years. You heard?
50?
Them judges don't give a fuck. They'll say some shit. You get the right judge, bro.
Nah, I'm telling
You
you.
get the right Hannafy in Queens, Demarcus in Queens. If you stood in front of them, bro, if you had them dudes, they gonna tell you, you blow trial, I'm giving you 70 years. Straight like that. We using all this shit from your past. We using everything. You blow, I'm giving you 70.
Nah, facts.
They don't care, bro. They don't care, bro. They didn't come, they didn't sit them there to have a light hand. They didn't sit them there to play nice with criminals.
Nah, real talk though.
They didn't sit them there. They're not sitting there to play nice with you when you go in there. If you get a nice judge, you are blessed from God.
Bless.
If you get a
Bless.
judge that's nice, you get a judge that says, hey, we're gonna give you the minimum. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna ROR you. They got a plan for you, or God is on your side.
Fact.
God is on you, because them judges, they like this. You
Wait.
was tough. you was
They
tough.
having parties of how many years they
Now,
gave. How many
now,
years they
now,
gave.
now, what you see is what? These gangsters getting sentenced and they falling out in court. Oh my God.
Right.
Everybody's fainting now. Yo, who's seen these guys? Put a one in the chat if y'all see these people that's getting sentenced after they commit these crazy crimes fainting in court. Oh my God. How you a gangster? You faint when you gave you 50. You did all this wild shit. Stand up. Hold it down. Put a one in the chat if y'all seen them dudes fainting in court.
Nah, that's wild. Going crazy. Fainting.
I see dudes breaking down crying. You did all that gangster shit. Chin up, soldier. Now it's time to face it. Now it's time to be the real gangster
Right.
with that 100 years, with that natural life. Now it's time to be the real gangster against them Aryan nations, the Mexican mafia, all them bloods and cars and whips and shit, with their swords ready to knife your ass down.
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do but stab.
Nah,
Now
that's a
it's time to
fact,
really
bro.
be the gangster.
That's a fact.
Now
That's
it's time to be the. It ain't no fainting time. Get up. Get up. Because you about to face some shit. Get your ass up. Get your ass up. Because you, right now, we got to face some shit. You about to face some shit.
boots to the ground, boy. Boots to the ground.
Get up,
Boots.
soldier.
Boots
Get
to the
up.
ground.
Get up. Don't fall out now. Because now you're going to have to really stand up. Because they're gonna want your packages, they're gonna want your girl, they're gonna want your ass, they're gonna want your ass, they're gonna want that sloppy in there, they're gonna want all that. They're gonna want all that. And I don't care about none of that. I gotta speak the truth. They're gonna want your soul in there. They're gonna want your soul in there. And after you get your soul, they're gonna want your life. They're gonna want your life.
That's real talk, though.
This ain't no game, bro. They think this shit is a game.
They think this a game, boy.
When they spending the money, throwing the money, blowing the money, everybody talking about all these rap songs, all these rappers, podcasters talking about putting money on people's heads. All these bozos out here talking about all these raps, girls, put the bag on your head. Everybody got a bag. Y'all fuck that bag up now. That ain't taking the bag from the streets. That bag is done. Y'all mess that bag up. And when they
Mm.
bring your ass in there for them hits, keep that same energy.
Mm.
Keep the same energy.
Keep the same energy.
Don't tell on all your friends now.
Damn.
Stand up and be that gangster that was throwing bags around.
Damn.
Stand up and be
Damn,
that
Mikey.
gangster that said that shit in your rap song. Stand up and be that gangster. Stand up and be that gangster. Don't bend now. Don't break now.
Mm. Mm.
Nah, this is the time. This is when we see who the real gangster. I'm interested now. Hold up. They got that nigga in there for that? Hold up. It's interesting now, you heard? He got 3 bodies? We watching now. We paying attention. Oh, they got him in jail? All these fake ass rappers is telling. You see they interviews, you see all that shit coming out. They all telling all these fake ass gangsters. They all
Damn.
telling.
Damn.
They all telling. And let me tell you something. I'm not surprised.
Why
And
not?
I'm not mad at them.
Why you not surprised?
I'm not surprised because I seen
These is
stronger men.
gangsters, though. These are gangsters, Mikey. What you mean you ain't surprised?
I seen worse gangsters tell. I seen worse gangsters tell.
You see what?
I seen worse gangsters, bigger
Come
gangsters,
on.
bigger ones.
Come on.
I seen so-called quote unquote real gangsters tell.
Come on, Mikey.
I seen quote unquote real gangsters telling their friends.
Come on, Mikey B.
I seen real gangsters telling their friends, not these meatballs on the internet that's trying to play the gangster. I
Come
seen the
on.
real gangsters tell.
Come on, Mikey, man. It's like that, man. Like, I'm just saying, like, all right, now that all this is out, right? And everybody see what's going on. And I'm not even talking about Bimmy and everything. They see how the feds is playing, right? I, like, why do dudes even continue to gangbang? Like, why dudes even continue to be on that gangster tip if you know that the only thing that's waiting for you is 40 years? Minimum. Minimum.
Because for one, some of these guys know they are going to tell you, AP salute. Some of these guys know they're going to tell as soon as cuffs get near their wrists. Soon as a cuff, you know how the police is about to put the cuff on your arm? They know they're going to tell. They already knew they was going to tell before they even put the cuff on them. Hold up. Before you do that, I got some good information for you. You heard?
Damn.
I know some things. You heard? You might not want to do that just yet. You heard?
He said, go to Hocus for Fifth on Instagram. He interviewed and asked what they wait this long, why they wait this long.
Yeah, I'll check it out. But
Who
but let
he
me tell
asked?
you,
Who he asked that, Harlem Legend? Who he interviewed?
yo, you hear me though? You hear me though, Smitty?
Yo, this was a good one.
Little Preem.
Oh, you think Little Preem gonna have a field day with this?
Oh nah, they saying he asked Little Preem why they wait this long. Hold on, let me go to Hocus Instagram real quick.
Yo, shout out to Harlem Legend. Good looking Harlem Legend on the exclusive news. Shout out to Harlem Legend. Make sure y'all tap into Harlem Legend. Harlem
Appreciate you,
Legend
bro.
TV on Instagram, Harlem Legend TV on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all streaming platforms. Make sure y'all tap into that, brother. Salute.
Oh, he said he interviewed him. I'm about to look at it now.
Breaking news, man.
Right here, hold on, I got it.
Breaking news, Harlem Legend, Harlem
Here we go.
Legend. With the news, Harlem Legend.
Nobody ever said
Shout out to
your
Harlem
pops never put out nine. He was Dream Team. I think that would have been had a lot of people.
Since my father's been in jail, when have you ever heard him speak until this year? He hasn't said a word since this year.
He just don't move like that.
You know, that's not what he do. I don't play the internet games. But now he's trying to come home, so he's putting messages out. He's putting documentaries out. And once again, it's all about the case. It's not so much focused on highlighting on Bimmy. He's just telling about his life. My pops had
Because a lot of people ask that question too. Like, why?
he's never spoke. He's never spoke. But now my cousin just came home. So it's more of a realistic thing for him to come home also. So now you feel me?
So let me ask you this real quick. How do you feel about Whack 100 trying to be the instigator in the middle? Like he's running around the internet defending Bimmy, but then he just had your uncle up on a platform, and then he tried to like instigate something with your uncle on 50. So like, how do you feel about him doing that?
That's what he does. I can never. If I know a nigga's a snake, I can't be mad at him when he bite me.
Okay, so let me ask you this then, because Bimmy has been promoting Supreme Team since he's been out here all these years. Why haven't y'all been
Here
put
we go.
stop to that?
Mute yourself.
Nobody ever said your pops never put out nine. He ain't Supreme Team. I think that would have been had a lot of people. Like, what you say that?
Since my father's been in jail, when have you ever heard him speak until this year? He hasn't said a word since this year.
He just don't move like that.
You know, that's not what he do. I don't play the internet games. But now he's trying to come home, so he's putting messages out. He's putting documentaries out. And once again, it's all about the case. It's not so much focused on highlighting on Bimmy. He's just telling about his life. My pops had
because a lot of people ask that question too. Like,
he's never spoke. He's never spoke. But now my cousin just came home. So it's more of a realistic thing for him to come home also. So now you feel me?
So let me ask you this real quick. How do you feel about Whack 100 trying to be the instigator in the middle? Like he's running around the internet defending Bimmy, but then he just had your uncle up on a platform, and then he tried to like instigate something with your uncle on 50. So like, how do you feel about him doing that?
That's what he does. I can never. If I know a nigga's a snake, I can't be mad at him when he bite me.
Okay. So let me ask you this then.
All right. So y'all heard it there first. Y'all heard it there first from Little Preem. He never spoke. He's finally speaking now. So you hearing the truth. A lot of people asking why he wait 40 years. His son is saying he never spoke. Now he's telling the truth. He had the opportunity, you know, to be out there. Yo, you echoing, Smitty.
I'm echoing.
Yeah, you was just echoing. You good now. But he has the opportunity, you know, to come home. His nephew Prince just came home. So it's like, all right, I got the opportunity to do this. And now he's telling us he never spoke on it. He never spoke. He never did an interview on it. He never spoke on it. And this is why it's coming out now, because he's speaking now, I guess. I don't know.
I thought Prince had Natural Life or something like that.
Prince had like 6 life sentences.
I mean, not Prince. I thought Supreme had a life.
Yeah, but I mean, if he has an appeal, he can appeal though.
Okay.
And I guess they rubber stamp on his appeals. If you look at his documentary, I suggest y'all go watch the documentary. That is a good.
How much the documentary cost?
It cost me $10, bro.
Wait. Oh, okay. Where you go look it up at?
It's on Venmo. It's on my story on Instagram. You can just touch the link. A matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in this. I'm gonna put it in my I'm gonna post it right now. And
I'm about to order that right now.
On Venmo.
I was supposed to order it last night.
I watched it already. That was fire. It's a good interview, bro. But What I got out of it more because when you watch the interview,
Right.
it's not only it's not that little snippet about Bimmy is really all. It's more in there. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to give up the goods, but it's not all about Bimmy. It's about Preem in his case.
Right. Right.
It's
Right. Right.
about Preem. It shows you Preem's life coming up. Some of the things he talks about. Some of that, and you got a lot of lawyers on there. You got Irv Gotti speaking. Hove is on there. It's a lot of people on there, bro. You heard?
Hmm.
Erica Ford from Life Camp is on there. She's speaking. There's a lot of people speaking out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of lawyers. You got some ex-detectives on there being interviewed. You got some of the people from the trial. I guess it's a lot of people talking, bro. It's a good documentary, you heard? That shit gonna go. That shit, I know that's gonna go, you heard?
AP said, "Do you think Prima be back on the streets?" I'm not sure, bro. Well, I'm not
I'm not
sure.
gonna
It's
yo,
a
AP, let me tell you this. Yeah, it only costs $10. You watched it all of them? I watched it already. $10, $9.99. But I'm not gonna front. He said, AP said, if they continue to use that bad guy rule, by law, really, he's supposed to have a new trial. By law, being that they denied him to take the stand in his own, to defend himself, then by law, that's supposed to be a mistrial. That's easy. That's easy. Every man, woman, and child that has a criminal case, that's your day in court. That's your time to speak. That's your time. Even if your lawyer, see what his lawyer, I don't want to give it up. Even if your lawyer goes against you, like, yo, I don't think that's the right thing you should do,
right.
you still could be like, yo, listen, nah, I'm taking a stand. I'm speaking for myself.
Right.
A lot of times we listen to our lawyers. If the lawyer be like, yo, they're gonna bring up all this stuff. If you take the stand, then they can talk about your past. They can talk about more cases. They can go into more stuff when they question you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of lawyers tell you don't take the stand
Facts.
because you can incriminate yourself.
Even more.
When you stand trial, it's up to the DA to bring the case. You don't got to defend yourself.
Right.
The truth don't need defense. It don't need a defense. You see what I'm saying? But in his case, I guess Preem seen that he needed to take the stand, and they denied him the right to take the stand, bro. That is like that's easy. That's the easy reversal right there. That's the easy reversal. That's like the rock. That's the bedrock of a criminal proceeding in America, bro. For you to have your day in court and be able to speak, bro. We speak to our lawyers. Our lawyer's only our mouthpiece. He does he does the things that you want him to do. That's what a lawyer is. A lawyer's only a mouthpiece. That's all he is, bro.
Right.
Once he goes against what you want, it's a conflict of interest. You get me a new lawyer, or I defend myself, or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
But they didn't let Preem take the stand, bro. They ain't let homie speak, and that's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, bro. And let me tell you something. With Preem putting that out there like that, these lawyers gonna take that case.
They gonna eat that up.
They're gonna take it. All these pro bono lawyers out here,
They gonna eat that up.
don't get me wrong, some of them chase clout. Some of them don't care about, who it is. You got like lawyers for humanity. They don't care if you're going against the government. They don't care who you're going against. They coming to help.
Damn. Hey yo, but yo, they always said Supreme is a very intelligent brother. Do you think this was like, you know, planned in the back, like, yo, I'm gonna do it around this time, or he picked like around, like, I don't know, they like how to say it, like, but back in the days they said, dude, he was real strategic. You know what I'm saying? Very, very intelligent, on his toes, sharp. Very
That's true.
calculated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at any time he could have, put this, you know, prized possession that he has out. At any time he could have put this out. He could have put it out 2 years ago, a year ago. You feel what I'm saying? Um, at a time like this with the internet bubbling and so many things happening, and him seeing that he could get his word out faster. You know what I'm saying? I think if he would have just dropped it about the Preem team, nobody would have listened. You know what I'm saying? It kind of went dull. But being that he put that little snippet with, Bimmy, and dudes was already talking about it, and it already came up, it kind of, you know what I'm saying? It was already in the air, so he kind of used that to his advantage. And, you know, you got to salute dudes like that because you know, um, they real sharp, man. You know what I'm saying? Real calculated in their steps.
Facts.
You
I
understand what
see
I'm
what you're
saying?
saying.
He's so
XYZ salute. I
you
think
see,
you think if he didn't say this about Bimmy in this, because he didn't have to say it really.
right,
He didn't have to. He could have just kept it silent like he did all these years.
right.
But you think it wouldn't be as big as it is on the internet if he didn't say that about Bimmy?
It wouldn't be. Nobody would have been as intrigued about Supreme Team because it's like it's not really in our era. We would have been, you understand what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying, over it. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to hear the stories about the legends back in the days for dudes that really didn't know about the things that was going on. So
So
I'm just saying the dude, like, he's smart. He's very
check it
smart.
out. So
I,
true or not, right? True or not. If it's true or not about Bimmy, right? Bimmy helped him. Bimmy helped him sell his whole story because when them guys was in prison, besides Little Preem talking, which didn't really have a big reaction on the internet, Bimmy been everywhere, all over, talking about Preem and the whole story. So Bimmy is the one that helped him move this story across America. Bimmy helped him. You know? Bimmy helped him push this story for this story to be this big. Bimmy been the one seasoning the ground for the Supreme Team story. He been the big face. He been the face of the Supreme Team until Prince came home. Is that true or not? He
I
been
mean,
the face of the he been the face of the Supreme Team until Prince came home, right?
that's the one everybody
So
was interviewing for.
all these stories you got on the internet, Bimmy is the one that made this ripe marketing. He did the marketing for this documentary right here. He did the marketing for the last 20, 30 years in interviews. Because Bimmy could have just, he had money.
He
He
didn't
could have
have to
just
say
felt,
nothing.
if he would have fell back and been quiet, I don't think it would have been as big as it is.
Mm,
I think it's bigger now because really Bimmy is an internet personality. He been on
right,
all kind of shows. He been on Love and Hip Hop. He been on all the major platforms really in America, one way or another. They did documentaries. They've been getting money in the music industry. I think Bimmy, because you got a lot of execs. You got to remember, Bimmy had an executive position. A lot of execs is behind the scenes. You could walk by an exec in the industry that got millions of dollars, and some of these guys you won't even know.
right.
You heard?
I
Some of
agree.
these dudes you won't know, bro. Managers, some of these, managers or whatever. Some of these guys you won't know, bro. You heard? But Bimmy, he came out here and made an internet presence. He made himself really like a podcaster almost.
Right, and that's why I said, you know, the years that he was doing that, Supreme at any time could have came up and been like, da 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 da. But he waited for years on top of years on top of years to build up, to build up, to build up, to build up. You know what I'm saying? And when the internet right now is at its highest peak, because everybody run to the internet for everything.
Right.
We in the matrix right now. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know the last time when dudes picked up a book. A book? A book? Let's keep it real.
Right.
So
Imagine being able to build an app with
the
just by
internet is at its highest stage right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's seeing that from the pen. Just for him to see that from the pen and actually be like, yo, the time is now. You know what I'm saying? It's wide open. It's the shot right here. Go ahead, drop it.
I think, let me tell you something. I think Little Preem did that interview with Hogan's 4/5. Like I told you, the connection. That Rico going against the Rico, that's a connection. And I think that's why he got that interview with Little Preem because they see the connection. I seen it immediately when I watched that. When I watched that,
Deep.
when I watched that documentary, bro, I said, "Damn, this the Drop Your Flag challenge. This is another." Preem is confirming. Preem is support. He gotta support the Drop Your Flag challenge because the Rico is what did him wrong. And yo, I ain't gonna get the whole case up, but it's key pieces in there. Like people like the same thing with Hocus 4/5. He like, I don't know these dudes. Same thing with Preem. I ain't gonna go into it, but same thing with Preem, bro. You heard?
I'm under the weather too, y'all. Excuse me today. I've been under the weather a couple days now, y'all.
That's the season changing, bro.
Yeah, man.
The season
Bad, bro.
changing. You got that orange juice. That's good, man. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Work
right.
out. You know what I mean? Do a little
Nah, that's a
workout.
fact. That's a fact.
Eat good. Eat some food. Get
I
that
just
something.
ate some. I ate some before I got on and everything, man. You know
Keep
what I
the
mean?
fluids going. Keep the fluids going. You heard?
Definitely got the fluids going, man. But I'm up here.
Eat.
You know what I'm saying? You know, great show today. You know what I mean? So if y'all heard me snacking and stuff, I heard dude say, yo, Smitty snacking in the mic. Yeah, I'm sick.
That's a
That's
fact.
why. But I'm still up here chatting with y'all, man. Salute.
Nah, but the people need this energy though. They need this information. I'm salute to Preem for giving out the information, bro. You know, and I'm not just talking about the stuff with Bimmy. I'm talking about um, with us going against the Rico, bro, because it's a bigger. When I looked at this, I didn't look at this, just for Bimmy.
Right.
I wanted to support. For one, I wanted to support Prince coming home. I seen his name on it. Homie's home doing the right thing. He not into the bullshit. He doing his little shows. He's doing his stuff. He doing the right thing in the community. So I wanted to support Prince coming home. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to support people. You heard?
And
So
and yeah, and this ain't no slander Bimmy show. You know what I'm saying? This ain't
It's
no
definitely not.
slander Bimmy show. This
Nah,
ain't
it's not.
no we taking Supreme side, we taking Prince
Nah.
side. You understand? You know what I mean? Them dudes had a relationship. You understand? I'm quite sure them dudes is a phone call away from each other if they wanted to get in contact with each other. If anything was supposed to go down with Bimmy or if Bimmy was supposed to get touched, you know what I'm saying? That shit would have been happened already. So let's think about the better things now. You understand what I'm saying?
But
Let's
you're
not
right.
say each
I
other.
agree. I agree wholeheartedly. But for years now, we have heard Bimmy's position. See, that's one thing about a lot of guys that been in prison, like myself.
Right,
You heard a lot of guys talk about people on the internet, and it opened it up for the other side to speak their part.
right.
Once you start talking, now you give the other people opportunity to come out and tell their parts. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying what AP's saying right here. It don't benefit nobody to walk around to wake up every day in the morning because dudes base their life on street tales, street stories, street legends, gangster shit that's going on. You understand? And
Right,
that be the talks in our community. You feel
right.
what I'm saying? That be the major talks in our community. Don't let that be the major talk. Don't let that take over your day. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let that be stuck in your mind. Oh, Bimmy's right. Or yo, Supreme just said. You understand what I'm saying? That's like don't let it rent space in your mind. You feel what I'm saying? Or you know that's how I feel, man. You know what
It
I mean?
does
It's
like
not
like
gonna
AP say, it doesn't benefit us in no way if Bimmy a rat or not. 100.
it. Or if you pay your mortgage and you be like, yo, Bimmy's a rat. Or such and such is a rat, or this person is a rat. You can't pay your bills with that.
Hold on. I'm gonna answer Rocksteady. He said, Mikey, you must be real tight with Bim because I just saw you do videos on rats. LOL. Don't stop. Don't soften it up, big bro. I'm not sure. My stance is my stance. I told y'all I got paperwork on legendary rats now that I could come up here and rock the internet with, and dudes will be talking about for a few weeks. I got that now. I never came to the internet for that. Did I expose dudes running their mouth and I exposed a few dudes? I did that because dudes on the internet fronting. I did that on my own time. That was my own personal shit as far as that. But my stance on the internet, I didn't come here for that. I don't care about that. I came here with information, good information to help people that might need it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Where they
it,
can
man.
learn something about the streets. I don't care about that. I'm not in the streets. So I really don't care who the gangster order rat is. I don't care. I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? When I was working for the youth and doing my job, I didn't ask anybody like, are you a rat? Because I can't do this job for you if you're a rat.
Yeah.
No. When I make
Yeah.
money, when I got companies, I don't deal with that. We're
You
just
can't.
talking about something that's relevant in our culture at this point with some guys that we actually know personally. You see what I'm
And,
saying?
and that's the only thing we. That's the only thing is it's content.
I'm
It's
not
up
tight with
here,
them.
and we want to see how y'all feel as the people. You understand what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
tight. I'm not tight with Bimmy. I'm not tight to him.
But I always want to give the brothers a perspective and the sisters out there a perspective. Like, yo, listen, it don't benefit us. It's good to know information about certain things. You understand what I'm saying? If it is true that this man been actually telling for 40 years and has been doing it for 40 years, or he did it 40 years ago, it's good information. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, um, salute to that. But like I said, don't let it rent space and be a topic of conversation every day. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's other things that's going on in the world. You
I
feel
see
what
what
I'm
you mean.
saying?
I see what you mean. But let me tell you something. This is going to be the topic of conversation for at least about a week or two. Yo,
Let me stop it,
this
right?
is going to be the topic of conversation, especially on this internet,
You wildin'.
for at least to next week sometime. For the weekend, what's today? Wednesday? It's going to be a lot of interviews. Somebody said that I think Bimmy's going to do an interview. You heard?
No, that's crazy.
I don't know. I heard that. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're saying Bimmy is going to do an interview today. But all he going to do, we're going to cover it. You heard? He going to get reactions from that. You heard?
Let me see.
He said Bim's broke a lot of hearts with this one. Yo, what up? Yo, what up, Cosmology Bay?
Yo, Cosmology Bay in the building. I'm gonna call you after the live, Cosmo. What's up, man? What's good? Make sure y'all tap into my boy Cosmology Bay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit him up on Instagram as well. He got all the garments. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want them good garments, y'all want to tap in with the garments, make sure y'all tap in. All good winter gear. You know what I'm saying? Good bubbles, all types of things, man, over there, man. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all tap in with my brother. And like I said, tap into my brother, Mr. Seven. You know what I mean? With them good garments, black owned, and anything else that's black owned in our community, man. Make sure you tap in so we can support y'all like y'all support us, man.
Yo, he said call him, call him. We gonna call him after this. Put me in there. Link me in there. You heard?
Nah, you know I'm gonna link all three of us together.
Link me in there. You heard?
That's a fact. Y'all, yo, you know Queens get the money. Facts. I want to hear the stories.
Yeah, like I said, bro. I don't. Like I said, I don't know. Um, this is nasty, bro. I don't know what's true or not. I don't know the effects of this. Um, you know, I think I think he's going to talk with Whack 100. Whack 100 is going to turn this all the way up, and you know what I mean.
He said your mom said y'all be careful.
I mean, I ain't yo. Listen, I ain't talking nothing, bro. I had to be careful my whole life, bro. That's the way of life for me.
I'm not. Listen, I ain't got to be careful or nothing
I know. No,
out here in these
listen, I'm
streets.
always careful though. That's my life.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
always
I'm careful. Listen, I don't do nothing out here to be looking for no trouble. I go to work. I come home. You understand what I'm saying? I understand you can walk into
so
trouble
wait
when
a
you
minute,
walk
Mob.
out there.
So I'm gonna ask you why we being careful.
Oh no, he said not y'all in general. He said everybody in general. He said people in general, y'all be careful out here because it's nasty work. You know what I'm saying? If you up in them streets and you think that it's sweet
Uprise.
and you think that it's gonna be an easy road, you understand? It's not. You understand? It's too much at stake right now. Dudes is in too much. The money coming too fast. Dudes ain't trying to lose out on that luxury, eating those good steaks. Who you think they gonna give up before they self? You the weak link. You understand what I'm saying? And now you sitting up there, you 15 of your homies. You understand? All the gangsters going down. Soft nigga done told. All the gangsters going
The
down.
tough
Y'all
niggas
niggas.
done told. What you mean? Not just all the soft niggas ain't told. You got some tough
No,
niggas
I'm
that
not
telling.
saying the soft. I'm listen. You some of them too. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, dudes is out here going down on them indictments, 15, 16, 17 years old, not realizing y'all ain't gonna be back on the streets. Shit gonna be flying in the sky. By the time y'all come home, shit
That's
gonna be
crazy.
what?
Somebody said when you come home, the dinosaurs are gonna be back.
Come on. Niggas, niggas
They
gonna be
genetically altering the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs is coming back.
yo, niggas gonna be niggas ain't even gonna be
It'll be
living on the
Jurassic
land no
Park
more.
Part 2 out here, you heard?
Yo, them niggas gonna have to transfer them to a jail in the sky, you heard? Listen, boy, niggas gonna be in the sky, living in the sky.
Yo, Fingers, what up?
Niggas gonna be living like the Jetsons. Y'all bugging, boy.
That's the tall Herc with the dreads fingers? That was the Herc?
Keep playing with these dudes, man. They want to trick you out position. You want to go out there, scam up your life. Cause they listen, in a minute, them scams is
Yo,
gonna be like robbery.
he said dudes miss PPP. Mom said dudes miss PPP. Yo, listen, they ain't miss it. They going to jail for PPP loans right now.
I'm
Everybody's
trying
going
to
to jail.
tell you, 10 and better. They giving dudes 5, 10 years for them damn things.
Right. Yo, Andrew, what up? They going to jail for them PPPs. You better be glad you missed them PPPs if you missed them. You heard?
If you miss them
They
PPPs,
smoking shit for them
they
PPPs right now. You know that?
smoking boots for them PPPs right now. If you miss them PPPs and you ain't get them 100, 200, 300 bands, you better be happy right now. They not kicking your door down.
Yeah, I remember you, Fingers. We was in Five Point. I remember that. We was on Island too. That's right.
Fingers, I remember Fingers that was in 5 Point.
Fingers is from Brooklyn though. Nah, he was on. I think that was 2001.
I was in 5 Point. No, I was in the points 2001. Yes, I was. I was there 2000.
He might have been there when I left. I mean, I was there for like 8 months or a year almost. I
Fingers is
don't know.
brown skin with dreads.
Tall, yeah.
Yeah, I was in there with Fingers, man. Light
Hey,
skin
yeah.
Fingers from Brooklyn.
Nah, he dark skinned.
Brown,
Yeah, he brown skin, yeah.
brown skin. Yeah, man. I was in there with Fingers in the points.
Andrew Brown said dinosaurs are here.
Dead ass. Yo, listen, let me tell y'all, man. Let these dudes keep playing around. You understand? Let them keep playing around. Let them keep throwing up these gang signs and flying and jets and macking and balling and rolling and gangsters and movings and all these trucking companies and shit like that. Keep playing around. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have y'all dudes by the bus load. You understand? Back to back, sitting next to the enemy. How you banging on somebody and you going up north 40 years, both of y'all chained up together. And y'all can't even beef no more because y'all gotta be in the same car to defend each other now. Come on. Where they make this
It's
up
gonna be
now?
crazy,
So
bro.
listen,
It's crazy, bro.
Yo, listen, you banging on a difference. You banging on a set in the street,
That's how the West Coast is too.
right? You banging on a set in the street. You get in jail in a federal prison, because that's where you going. All
Or
that
state
state,
if you're in California.
yeah. And it's soon gonna be federal in New York, guaranteed. But you go to jail, and you gotta be in a car with the same dudes in the same set that you were shooting at. You doing 40 years. And the same dude that was busting his gun at you
Artie Morrison, Artist L. Morrison in the building. Salute, artists. What up?
is across the table from you. Artist Al Morrison, what's up, man? Yo, what's up with the dirty sector, man? The dirty sectors in the building, man. Dirty side, light side,
Light
dark
side.
side. Yeah, man.
Yo, GT said Whack 100 would have been found in Rackers.
Hey, yo, listen. Whack 100 is just trying to stay relevant. He's under that post talking that thing about Bimmy. He amping Bimmy up. He's an instigator, a manipulator. And when somebody real runs into him, he's gonna have a very bad day. He's
Yo,
gonna have a
look.
very bad day.
Yo, Ramel Jones said a lot of real men did 20, 30 years and came home better men, and they wasn't disrespectful as these youngins. So maybe these new guys need more time than that to see what y'all see. You heard? I don't know. Some that disrespect be. I understand what you're saying, but I don't see them as no different than we was. It's just a different culture, a different time. But it might take less time. We were some knuckleheads, and it took a lot of time for us to straighten up. So it might take them less time. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Can't really say. You heard?
How they gonna do less time when they with the numbers they getting, bro? These dudes
No,
ain't getting
they giving them more time than they was giving us back in the days.
right.
But I don't know. Depending on what they get knocked for, if they get knocked, they might get less time. You never know. I mean, they might wise up sooner than we did. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you mean the dudes that's on the streets, the dudes that's already locked up in them RICOs and them indictments? Your life is over. Once you get in those indictments and you get in those RICOs, just give it up. It's over.
I mean, it ain't over if you cooperate.
If you what?
If you cooperate, it is not over. A lot of these
That,
dudes is cooperating.
I mean that too.
If you cooperate, it's not over. You might get a couple of years. You know what I mean? You might get a 5 piece or something, 3 to 4. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get that dub or that 20, that 40 that the guys on the top that you rolling over on. You're not gonna get their time. You know
Yo,
what I'm
yo,
saying?
yeah, that's a fact. Yo, artist L. Morrison said dirty sector washed up. That's because Jim Jones and Memphis Bleak is using y'all tactics.
They took over. It's a new
Jim
sheriff in
Jones,
town.
Memphis Bleak is trying to take over the dirty sector. Y'all
It's a
supposed to
new
be getting at them right now.
it's a new sheriff in town. It's new
It's a
sheriffs. It's
new
new
sheriff
big
in town.
homies in the dirty sector.
YNOG Jimmy. I'm just saying, man. He trying to take over the dirty sector. He said, listen, like, yo, it's wide open. He seen China left. He's like, oh, China spent? Oh, word? Oh, now it's my time to come out and talk. Now I'm
The
coming out.
rappers, the rappers got the dirty section on lock now. They beefing with each other. They doing all that stuff that was going down in the dirty section. They doing all that now, you heard?
Yeah, man. They doing it. They doing the things that we was doing 3-4 years ago, man.
Throwing glizzies, talking about people, talking about each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, they well.
That's dirty section the whole way, you heard?
They getting dirty. They getting dirty out there.
Throwing glizzies and all that. Come on, bro.
Throwing glissies and all that.
Once
They
you throw
get
a glizzy, you in the dirty sector, bro. It's over, you
once you
heard?
once you throw the glizzy, you
Once
dirty.
you throw the glizzy on the internet, you in the dirty sector, you heard?
You all the way in.
Jim Jones took over the dirty sector. This his now.
My son said that's my sector now.
He took it over, you heard?
But
He took over.
he got to go through. He still got to go through the renegade squads and everything over there. You crazy?
He gonna be over there in a minute. Anybody talking about him, he gonna get at him. He gonna get with them too, you heard? The capo, the capo of the dirty sector. It's over, you heard?
Yeah, Jimmy Whalen.
Jimmy is crazy, bro.
Nah, this
I'm
was a
not gonna
good one
lie.
though.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just being honest. And this ain't no joke. This ain't no dirty sector shit. But Jim Jones is a great personality for the internet. This is lane, bro. This is lane, you heard? Just talking. Harlem dudes talk shit anyway. They talk that fly shit. They talk that money shit. Harlem dudes talk some hella. They talk some hella shit. You heard?
Nah, facts.
Jim Jones ain't no different, bro. He up here talking that smack. It's perfect for him and his personality. You heard?
My
Let's
son
rap
go.
about it.
My son is gonna be the cat.
Nah,
He gonna be the
DT.
king of cap. You heard?
One-eyed Willie is just getting started. You heard? He
Yeah,
said
he
one-eyed
said
Willie
he's
era is
just
over.
getting started.
One-eyed Willie is just getting started up here on the internet. You heard? He's about to unload all kind of clips on the dirty sector. Take all the. He got the glizzy gun. He got the glizzy gun.
Ah,
The glizzy. He got the glizzy gun.
he wa- he sending him out.
He
Pause.
got the glizzy gun ready for the whole dirty sector. He gonna frank the
Yo,
whole dirty sector.
yo, El Jomo. He said El Jomo. You heard? Yeah, they wildin'.
Yo, finger said, Mikey B, I'm the dude you need to really ask about Jimmy. Yo, listen, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to get into Jimmy business like that. Some stuff pop up on the internet. Did it pop up? I ain't trying to do a deep dive on nobody up here. I'm just being honest, bro. I come with information. I see stuff on the internet and I react to it. There's nothing new about that. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to dig into Jimmy background. I'm being honest, bro. You know what I mean? I come up here, tell some stories, talk some shit, give you some information if I can. But I ain't trying to do a deep dive on something. I'm being honest, bro. I don't be investigating. I don't be
Nah,
investigating
facts.
dudes, bro. Just being honest, bro. You heard?
Yeah, that's a fact. A nigga
Nah,
like
we
me
don't be
too.
investigating. We see something on the internet, then we react, you heard?
Right,
But
right,
I ain't
right.
up here digging in nobody's life, and unless the dude want to do an interview and talk about himself, then I do that too. We do interviews.
Cause I'm not gonna act like I wasn't sitting up screaming ballin'. You know what I'm saying?
Get
Stop it.
Finger said I gave him that lingo, Mikey. This fingers. He said he gave him the lingo.
Right. Nigga was out there screaming ballin'.
Yo, Vaughn, what up? Harlem, and 142nd Links Avenue. They talk hella
Shout
shit,
out
but
the whole
this Jimmy,
Harlem, man.
yeah, shoot salute to the whole Harlem, bro. Like I
Word of
said, we
mother,
ain't
Saint, Nick,
this ain't no
everything up there, man.
we ain't up
Polo
here on the bull.
ground.
This ain't no bully pit. We don't be trying to keep on the same content. We don't try to stay on one topic. We be moving around. We be covering y'all different information. We might be talking about somebody white tomorrow. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Jimmy just been popping. Jimmy just been having the algorithm. Jimmy, he got the algorithm.
right.
So, we talk about topics that we know our subscribers want to hear. You know what I mean? We talk about stuff that's relevant to the culture and topics that people want to hear. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't be investigating nobody's lives, bro.
Nah, fact. Shout out the whole Linux side, Polo ground, Saint, Nicks. You know what I'm saying? Who else? You know what I mean? I know a couple dudes uptown. I fuck with the whole uptown, man. You know what I mean? Wash. You know what I mean? I met some good dudes uptown, man. You know what I
Hey
mean?
yo,
Like,
hey yo, hey yo, Rival said I lost so many brain cells listening to this shit. Yo, listen. Sometimes you gotta destroy and rebuild. You heard? We took the bad brain cells away to make new for the new information. This is where you learn at. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say build and destroy. You know what I'm talking about?
right, but wildin'.
You gotta destroy old stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta destroy the old stuff and come in with the new. You heard?
Nah,
All in
this
New
was a
York
good
in
one
Orange
though.
Street. That's one of my homes up there. Orange
Orange,
Street. Oh,
Orange Street,
OSB.
the
Back in the
Orange
days.
Street Gambinos.
OSB, you had Orange Street boys back in the day. He said RIP to my brain cells. Now,
Rapper
this is
is
good info.
crazy.
This is good info. I learned stuff from that documentary today. I didn't know that they had a bad guy rule in the feds. That's something totally new, bro. That's a whole video in itself I could have made They using a bad guy rule against Preem. They're not even trying to worry about his rights, bro. It's nasty work, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hold on.
They said it's a holy war in Africa.
Yeah,
We
they
might be
said it's
talking
a
about
holy
that
war.
next.
They just said Africans just boomed 665. Um,
650,000. 650,000 Christians. I don't know. I gotta look
that's
into that.
crazy.
That's another story, bro. But this is a good one, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is a good one right here, bro. Yo,
Hold
listen.
on. Hold on. I'm saying, hold on.
You good, Smitty?
Yeah, I'm checking something quick fast. It said the bad guy rule is not a formal legal rule in the federal court, but a political informal practice where prosecutors may prioritize trying a defendant with a prior criminal record over weaker cases, even if it reduces the chances of winning. This practice is contrary to the standard approach of focusing on the strength of the current evidence and can pressure prosecutors to reject plea deals. While a defendant criminal history is relevant for some purpose under the federal rules of evidence like impeaching credibility. Rule 609. It is admissible as a character evidence to prove that the defendant acted in accordance with the character in the current case. How the bad guy, how does the bad guy rule operate? Decisions making. A prosecutor is compelled by the rule to pursue a trial against a bad guy defendant, regardless of the current case, weak evidence. Um, yeah, and they got a whole bunch of other.
Yo, Rival, we might be talking about 3 Eye Atlas. That one of these days, me and Smitty gonna come up here and talk about 3 Eye Atlas. Cause it might be an alien. They might all that alien stuff, predators and all that stuff. They might be getting us ready for alien invasion. You know, they suspended Trump just suspended the what gun licenses or permits. You gotta something he suspended that you don't gotta do no more that you always had to do with the guns. And he's trying to get um felons to get guns again. He want everybody armed for a reason. Something's about to go down. Something's going down. So I agree with you. You know what I mean? It might be 3 Eye Atlas. We done had three, it's called 3 Eye Atlas because it's the third interstellar object that ever came into our solar system. That's the third one. And they came in 1719 and now 2025. This is the biggest one yet. So I've been studying it. I know information on it. Um, But that is something that we might talk about later on, you heard? But that's the third interstellar, and all of a sudden they all coming back to back now. One did a whole boomerang. One came, dipped in, seen we was watching and left. Oh, they on us. You know that, right? Well, Mora, whatever. That came in and dipped right up out our solar system, went right back. Like, yo, they watching. They
They watching? Oh, we out of here.
Yeah, that's not the first the first one. I mean, I think the second, the first or the second, Amor. I think it's called More. That one came in and went right back out like a boomerang.
She like this. Oh, yeah, I got
That
enough
wasn't no
info.
comment, bro. Comments don't move like that, bro.
Oh, I got enough info. I'm out of here.
I'm telling you, no, they probably could tell that they was being watched. Let me tell you something. If they can come from wherever they from to
Oh,
here, that means their technology is more advanced than ours. You heard?
oh, they still oppressing the people. Oh, all right, we be back. We be back.
They said oh, aliens live in the ocean.
Yeah, it's listen. First of all,
But now
they
I don't want
say
to
the
switch this con. Yo,
sky.
you gotta have this conversation another day, bro.
Nah, bro, because yo, it's deep, yo.
Go ahead. What you about to say? Get your spill off, bro.
Nah, bro, because y'all gonna think I'm crazy the way
Go
I
ahead. Get your
think, bro. Chill, chill.
That
Yo, this
whole
is another
alien joint is crazy.
conversation.
Everything about that alien joint is crazy, bro. So there's nothing you can say that's gonna be crazier than an invasion. You heard? What you gonna say crazier than that?
I'm just saying, what if the earth is just the body, the stomach of the like we just the wound and like everything is just like a dream. Like everything around us is just water, really.
Like, you feel me? Like,
Is water? You got so you? I don't know what you mean. Like the space, the darkness of space is actually water.
I'm just, yeah, like it just like I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, you
how to
said yeah.
explain
You
it. It's
definitely sound
crazy
crazy,
how
bro.
I'm
You
explaining
definitely sound.
how I'm thinking
That is
about
crazier. That is crazier than the aliens coming. I ain't
yo,
gonna lie, but it is.
chill.
I
You
didn't think he
play
could do
too
it. You heard?
much.
I'm
Yo,
like, yeah, he
Mike.
ain't gonna say nothing that's that crazy. What? Everything is water around us. Why we not swimming in
Nah,
that shit?
I don't. Yo,
Why we
that's
not
not
swimming
how
in
I'm.
it then?
Yo, that's not how I want to explain it,
If
bro.
the water's around
Yo,
us, how we
yo,
not swimming? How is it
yo,
staying out of
chill,
here?
chill. Yo,
How, if
listen.
the water's around us, why we not in it?
Yo, listen. Let me explain. Yo, the way I'm trying to explain it,
Yeah, I heard
I
of the
don't. The way I'm
Anunnaki.
looking at it in my mind,
Yo, Tattoo Mills, he's tripping up here. I said, oh, nah, you did it. I didn't think you could do it.
it's not
I
that
didn't think you
bud
could do it,
neither,
you heard?
yo.
He
And
did
I just smoked a little clip too.
it. Yo, I didn't think he was going to be able to do nothing more crazy than what's actually going on out here, you heard? That shit he said, the water is really surrounding everything. We in the water. What? Like, hold up, he's sick.
I did
He's,
not mean
he's
it. Yo, you
hallucinating
know,
right
yo,
now, you
see
heard?
that's gonna be the joke. I got you.
Yo, he's hallucinating right now. He's sick. Blame it on the flu. You know, he's sick right now. He's under the weather. So, you know, his mind is not working correctly. You know what I'm saying? He's usually on point catching me, you know, helping me out. You know what I mean? Keeping me on point. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's drowsy. He took some
Yeah.
NyQuil in the daytime, and, you know, he's drowsy.
Nah, yo.
They say trouble once they K2. It's that
He
spice.
said trouble one son as that came too. Yeah, hey, bro.
That'll definitely
Salute to
do it.
my boy. Salute
Yo,
to my boy
that
Trouble
K2, I
One.
definitely do it. I seen a dude in jail had a fight with a TV, right?
That's
He was under me. He had a fight with the TV. And then when the police seen him fighting the TV, they came and dragged him out the cell. They put the cuffs on him. They was dragging him out the cell. Yo, bad vibe, salute. He was like, you see what the TV did. You seen what it did. They was dragging him out the
they had the K2. What year was this, man?
Yo, Smitty, they was like, you seen what he did. You seen what the TV did. You seen what the TV did to
Yo,
me.
yo, they had the K2 on the spot when you was in there?
What? All them jails had that shit. They was in there wilding, falling out, catching eppies, running
Wow.
down on the police, acting like zombies. They was wilding, bro. What?
Wow.
Getting knocked with all
Yo,
kind of
bad
weapons
vibe,
high.
salute.
They said you talking about the firmament in the book of Genesis.
See, somebody know what I'm talking about, bro. I'm getting visions. God sending me visions, brother. See, I know what I'm talking about, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about, brother. That's
Yo,
how I'm
but this
feeling,
is a good
bro.
one though.
I'm
This is a good
feeling like
vibe.
I'm feeling like that's just like the wound, and everything is trying to enter the wound and trying to
What
get.
is just like the womb? What are you talking about? What is the womb?
Yo, listen, let me. This was a great one, y'all.
What
This
is
is
the womb? What are
this
you
is a good.
talking about?
This is a great one.
Yo, listen, Smitty ain't have nothing, none in a while. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna send him a little 50 piece. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. He ain't gonna be sick tomorrow. He ain't gonna be talking none of this crazy womb stuff. When you trying to get back in the womb, you start talking all this. You see the womb and everything. You heard? When you ain't been in the womb in a
yo,
while,
yo,
everything just turns into the womb. Listen,
yo,
all came out
Mikey,
the womb. The
yo,
earth is really the womb, and the water
yo,
is the
hey,
birth
yo, where
canal.
where
This is
my
why the
boy at?
aliens are
Yo,
coming from the
I can
water
Ariel,
because the birth canal is
yo,
actually the ocean, and that's why
Ariel,
all the sightings are coming out of the ocean. The blackness of the void is the spiritual body of
yo,
Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? I can get deep too, Smitty. We
hey,
could go
yo,
there.
chill,
We
hey,
could
yo,
go there.
look.
We could go on. We could stay for another 2 hours talking about the womb, bro. I'm familiar with the womb, son. You heard?
Hey,
I'm
yo, you
familiar with the womb, son.
crazy. Hey, yo, but listen, yo, on the Rod Diggs situation in the Supreme Team movie and shit, if Bimmy was in Rod Diggs' paperwork, that would have been came out.
I don't know. I don't know about none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's all conjecture. I don't know what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? But this was a
Right.
good one, though. You heard?
Facts.
And this is a good one, bro, man.
Great
Any,
one.
any last words to the people before we slide, bro?
Yo, man, love, live, and learn, man. Y'all know what we do on Hood Love, man. You know
Right, you
what
already
Mikey
know.
B say, man. You know how that go, man. You know what I'm saying? Come in peace, live in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? And learn together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do, man. You know what I mean? Like, treat the next one like you want to be treated, man. You know what I mean? Like, and put the guns down, man. You know what I'm saying? Turn them guns away from each other, man.
Right,
Especially the same ones that look like you. You
right,
feel me?
right.
All
Um, Ariel put up here Genesis 1:7, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. So you might got something there. You might got something there, Smitty. You know, somebody agree with you. You know what I mean? Or either that, or that's you typing. That's one of your fake accounts.
right.
You in there like, and God made the firmament, and
Yo,
the
Ariel,
water was
he trying to trip on us.
as above, so
Yeah, you
below.
see that?
You getting Egyptian
Yeah.
on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm with you, Ariel. Word up.
Yo,
Salute, though,
salute
man.
to
This was a
y'all. Yo,
great one.
Princess Lex, salute. Appreciate you. Yo, but yeah, like I said, we unbiased in the situation. We just giving y'all the news and our perspective on it, but we don't really know the ins and outs of none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're
Right,
not involved. We ain't in none of these guys' case.
right,
So, what they saying is what they saying. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own opinions. We speak up here, but we don't know.
right,
We don't know what Bimmy did or what Bimmy didn't do. You heard?
right.
I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Um, everybody can have their opinion, and everybody can be dead ass wrong. You heard?
Real
You know,
talk.
you know what I'm saying?
Real
So
talk.
peace to my bro KK and his family and everything they got going over there. Police to Peace to Supreme. Hope they free him. Good to see Prince out here working and doing him. Little Preem out here working, doing interviews. They got them a little hit with the documentary. I hope they get money with that. I supported it. I hope they get money. And I'm gonna support everybody out here getting money if I can. You know what I'm saying? You got a good product, then I'm gonna support it. You know what I'm saying? You out here trying to do the right thing for the peoples, then I'm gonna support it. And if not, I'm not gonna support you if you're doing some bullshit.
Hey,
That's
yo,
just
and
my
shout out all my dudes down in Florida, too, man. The whole Florida, man. The
right.
whole West Palm. You know what I'm saying? Everything, man. Down there in Florida, Orlando. You know what I'm saying? All my good guys on my blocks, all my dudes down there, man. You know what I mean? I love y'all brothers, man. Y'all doing good. I see a lot of my brothers out there. They doing well for themselves. They working, taking care of their families. Continue to do that, man. Peace and blessings to y'all.
Shout out to all the new subs.
Right,
Appreciate y'all, the old subs.
right,
Appreciate y'all for rocking out, being a part of Hood Love. A lot going on TV, staying with us. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Supporting the channel, being here. Um, my Instagram is Mikey be the author. If y'all want to hit me up, if y'all got some recommendation for shows or stuff like that, I like the information. I could use it. You know what I mean? Y'all see stuff going on. Y'all can send it to me, tap me in, let me know what's going on. Follow me at Mikey be the author on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And mostly all platforms. What about you, Smitty?
Yo, I'm on Flatbush Smitty, Instagram. Y'all can tap in. You know what I'm saying? I be putting up my little stories and my shorts and stuff like that. So y'all can tap into that. You know what I mean? A lot going on TV. I'm about to start posting a lot of shorts on things that's going on. You know what I mean? So make
Right.
sure y'all tap into that. You know what I mean? I'm usually when I'm over there, you know what I mean? Me and my brother Eric Coon will be over there or uh Cosmology Bear tap in and everything if they got time. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing I be on, man. I salute everybody out there. Make sure y'all tap into the brothers that's doing their thing, Harlem Legend. You know what I'm saying? Who else out there? Zip, 050 The Movement, um,
Hocus for fifth little praying. We use hocus
Hocus
pocus
for
stuff. Yeah.
Fifth, L Famous. You know what I mean? Shout out to them brothers, man. Grown man business. Salute to them brothers. What's the numbers TV? You know what I mean? Shout out to the brothers, man.
Word.
Keep
Salute to
keep
the
winning,
peoples,
man.
man. But y'all already know what it is, man. Mr. Hood Love, Mikey B, Smitty Rock, this Hood Love TV, and a lot is going on, man.
Peace.
Salute. Peace.